the home skillets. Jacob, I am indeed here. Good to see you. You're a little bit delayed in the start there, but we are online and ready to go. How's it going down south, Jacob? How's the weather? It's been nice and cool here this afternoon, today. Just got to wash a chopping board. Sup, how's Jazz? I'm way behind. Ooh. Actually, hang on a second. Hang on. Just a little bit. Hang on a second. All right. Yeah, it's only 22 here. It really has quite cooled down. I actually had to start to wear socks. What are you making tonight, Has Jazz? Oh man, sorry, I was on a call. It's like changing gears from like 5 to 1 in an instant. Oh, okay. But I was pretty keen to make sure the stream happened. It's been bit of an annoying day, so I thought, yes, there is some zen involved in all of this. Once you get into the rhythm of it. So that's what we're gonna do. It's Wowie Pop's turn. It's so fresh that I the pasta is so fresh that I haven't even made the dough yet. Excellent, Jacob. Excellent. How many songs in total do you think you've got in your? Have you got enough to release an album yet, or have you still got a couple more to go? Oh. Wowie Pop. This in my brain. Or you might know him as Lollipops. You see him in here every now and again. Okay, maybe something a bit more down tempo. Okay, my head hurts. It'll be right. Yellow bags. Count Olaf the third. How was your dal? I was gonna say, and then the flatbreads. I was watching you making the dough, and then I got stuck on calls. How exciting! Oh my god. Okay, what are we doing? We're making dough. Pasta dough. Hello, Sooty. There was a specific recipe that I wanted. Because... Actually, you know what? Change my mind on the fly. I'll just go back to Jamie Oliver, Italy. Part of the reason why I'm doing the pasta from scratch tonight is because, well, at practice, not practice making the pasta necessarily, something's happened. Chef Andre, 24, has given the old follow. Thank you very much. What brings you in here? We're making pasta, and the recipe I've sort of I'm a little bit out of sorts today, but we're going to be all right. What do you cook, Andre? Yeah, so we're going to halve this. So yeah, it's 300 grams and 3 eggs. Hardly a chef. Just some guy. Just some guy on the internet. But yeah, so we're doing fresh pasta and we're going to do a puttanesca sauce along with it. We've got some eggs from the garden. Do you stream? Is Andre someone I need to follow? Oh, Mickey's here as well. Yeah, I mean, how underestimating Indian food, I tell you. That is something something that happens on a regular basis. But the dal, and I forget the Indian word for, like, there's a fried, like, oil and mustard seed and like curry leaf like topping that you pour across the top. I didn't have a chance to ask you about it on stream, but that really elevates the dal. So we're going to be using some strong flour. That is flour that is higher in protein content than your normal flour. And then I'm going to show you my baguettes and the cob that I cooked because, and I don't normally say this, but like, okay, we ate some and then I ate a little bit more and then I came out and I was like, I said to Shirley, what the hell, what have I done here? Like how it was, and the annoying thing is I don't know how I did it, but it was so close. So close to being like bakery perfect, essentially. I will show you shortly. Hang on, I'm gonna have to. I can't recommend doing a cold start on a stream like like I'm doing tonight, but I'm determined to make it work. Garam masala, bloody winner. Did you make it, or is it out of the old what's the word I'm looking for? Container. Oh jeez. Okay. So 300 grams of flour. Then we're going to whack in 3 eggums. And I'm also going to add, courtesy of the chickens, I'm also going to add salt into this because we're making a fresh pasta. And the thing about fresh pasta is you're really not cooking it for very long. And so where normally you would season the water really quite heavily, because fresh pasta isn't in the water long enough, it doesn't pick up the salt. So you want to add some salt into the dough. At least that's how I do it. Fun. I like to pretend I'm a chef, Andre. I pretend I run a restaurant and I pretend I'm a chef. And the good thing is about Twitch is when I get sick of it, I can just press stop streaming. And not worry about the rest of it. Jacob's got a joke for us. Yeah, tops, I reckon. Andre, the reason why it's like a half a teaspoon. I'm doing fresh tonight is I want to practice with the amount of sauce. These cats and the dogs next door, and it's been a tough day. Why was the number 10 scared? Because he couldn't find, I don't know. You tell me, Jacob. Oh, because 789, there you go. Damn it. I feel like I knew that. That's a classic. It's a pity Dingbottom wasn't here to hear that. What are your main cuisines, Andre? Soup. And any additional moisture that we need in this dough, we'll make up with a little bit of water. Can highly recommend the KitchenAid yellow. It's just really heavy, which is like a good thing. Sorry, hang on. Like with audio gear, right? The heavier it is, the better it is. I feel this is one of the few. So this and my pinball machines are the only thing that I have in my house that are made in America, and this feels like it's made in America. Like you could anchor a ship with this. Has jazz ideally much longer than what I'm about to do. You could do it for hours if you wanted to. Yeah, exactly. So this this dough hook I'm thinking about replacing. Yeah, you don't need to see that. Evie! I'm not Italian enough, Evie. 5 stars? Oh! How exciting. So Evie, so Panda is not in here at the moment, Andre, but he's working at some at an upmarket restaurant, and there's someone who knows how to make dumplings. Thanks, Sanders. Welcome in. Who am I giving a shout out to? Someone. Oh, Mickey Dizzle. Let's give a shout out to Mickey Dizzle. If some Wolfie's not around, I'm not sure why. Actually, none of you have access to that command, I don't think. Good to see you, Sanders. If anyone would like, we're in the voice chat at Discord the other night, playing a little vanilla Minecraft. You know what, Evie? Because this is probably not enough. One of the drawbacks of the KitchenAid is you do need to reach a kind of critical mass. And if the volume is too small, it struggles a bit. So we're just going to. We've got Hasjazz in there. We've got lollipops. We've got Zoidenberger. We've got Boomshine. So if anyone would like to join. Yeah, Wolfie is missed. Sanders a mod? I feel like I probably should pay more attention to this kind of thing. Boomshine is here. We have a mod. Minecraft is intimidating. The thing about it though is you just ignore. Well, you can ignore everyone else. And we're going to get this out. And don't judge yourself on the performance of others. It's kind of like World of Warcraft, right? Like, if you're friends or you play with people who do it as a full-time job, you're going to be left behind in the dust, and it stops being fun pretty quickly. Andre's going to go and prep some food for the morning rush. Well, thank you for the follow, and thank you for the input. Always good to see new faces. I look forward to talking to you more in the future. Sanders can't build. Sanders is put him on server infrastructure. Whoa. But yeah, so Lollipop's being an actual architect, and even though he absolutely isn't, you sort of every time I start to build a house, I'm like, I'm going to make this interesting, and then all I do is just build a box, even though I try not to. Ooh. More like flabceps at this stage. COVID has not been kind to my previously chiseled physique. I'll tell you that much for free. Okay, that's good. Must just be your... You know, when it comes to connection issues in Australia, we just assume that it's our problem. Because normally it is. No worries, Sanders. I have a bit of a headache. Yeah, come on. So, we're going to need this. And then we'll make the sauce, and we can do the sauce like ahead of time. In fact, the longer we let that sit as well, the better it's going to be. Let the flavors come together. And so I'll just, and I'm not a baker, so I'm not saying this is kosher, but what I'm doing here, like apart from pushing the dough away, so we're stretching the gluten, but I'm also pushing as I squish. And you see I sort of fold it in and then squash it down on itself. So we're stretching, but we're also bringing, we're creating folds. A little bit more flour. It's going to be like, I think maybe maybe even chat could decide. Spaghetti or fettuccine or Sanders is back. Sanders is online. Now the thing with dough. Evie's a fettuccine man. Okay, 1 vote for fettuccine. But so you see how I'm pushing it underneath and then squashing it. I'm not a nonna, but I'll show you why. And then to form it into a round, you sort of, you come in and you're kind of pinching, like kind of compressing the ball. And these kinds of steps are actually the ones that I thought were the least important, and I would say now that they're probably the most important. Fettuccine, I'm hearing a consensus. I'm just going to give it a bit of oil. Angel hair or short pasta? I think my cutter has an angel like setting. I don't know if it's called angel setting. I think it's just called width 1. I appreciate that, Evie. I'm looking for something simple this evening as well. So, this is going to go into the fridge and rest. This is another important step. It really does make a difference. Pobo. Pobo is drinking Coca-Cola. I have a little bit of wine, though I think I just ran out. So they're going into the fridge to rest while we make the sauce. I'll have to watch back, Yellow, your technique on the rotis. Well, you're using like just a dry pan and a super high heat. Is that the approach? Pepsi Max, yeah, okay. So where do we stand on? Do we have any? We do. So Coke no sugar versus Pepsi Max. Once again, a reminder that I haven't set up a cool poll widget. Yep, frying pan, high heat. Yellow Bags has got it locked in, as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Wait until it's sort of like meh and then meh. That meh and meh are technical cooking terms. I'll have you know. Dr. Pepper is better than Pepsi, which is better than Coca-Cola. I'm with Sanders on Dr. Pepper being superior. If I could vote in American elections, I would vote for Dr. Pepper as president. Let's get some sauce on. Just want the old burner to actually light. That's what I like in the kitchen. So the puttanesca sauce, not a particularly complicated thing. It's just occurred to me that we might not have anchovies. Slight complication, but we'll work with it. Sunkissed, I'm also with you on that. I have a soft pot for Sunkissed. And then Evie, actually, yeah, if we do a package swap, there's a brand in Australia called Kirk's, and they do, it's like a passiona, like a passion fruit. What would you call it? Pop, I suppose. Oh, carbonated. Better than the wine, I suppose. Oh yeah, hey Yellow, what about like when you get like a super fresh and then the carbonated bubbles and then they go up your nose and you're like, it's like really close to, you know, when you eat just a little bit too much wasabi and you're like, oh. That's what happens. Fizzy pop from the 90s. Yeah, Kirk's. So, let's get ourselves some onion. Evie's grandmother can stop her spinning because we are going to add some garlic from the garden. Whoa. Surge. No. That sounds North American to me. I'm looking for capers. Capers. I actually have some seeds for caperberry bushes. Probably take about 2 years, but I'm tempted to grow some of my own. Yeah, I think we're out of anchovies. That's okay. I'll have a look and see, Evie, if there are any retro ads that I can add to my BRB screen that cover stage. Actually, for this stream, we'll be watching a Coca-Cola employee video, like an educational, like a training video from the late 50s or early 60s, I'm pretty sure, on how to manage regional deliveries and sales, and how to do it safely, and how to refresh yourself when you're feeling a little bit tired. Spoiler alert, it's by drinking Coca-Cola. Okay. Now I'm going to waz this sauce so we don't have to get too precious about how finely we cut it. Maybe on Friday we'll do a knife sharpening stream as well, because this is getting a little bit blunt, dull, as we say in the game. Yeah, back in the day they did. I'd probably buy more of it if that was the case today. But, because you've got to draw the line somewhere. What? We got Wolfie on deck. Good to see you. Welcome on in. I can't remember why I needed a mod before, but it's probably for no good reason. How's it going, Wolfie? What day is it? Are you late because of your gainful employment? Wait, is that today or tomorrow? Might seem like a lot of garlic, but so this is the garlic from the garden is much more subtle than garlic from the supermarket. It's not as garlicky. It's sweeter. I could even add more than this, I think. Oh, ads! God damn it, Jeff Bezos, whatever. He's not paying me enough money to pronounce his name right. So we can rule out Evie being a vampire or yellow. Jazz might be a vampire. Now I'm going to waz it so that will do. Rinse my hands. It's just the ultimate combination. Oh, sooty. Ads are done, Wolfie's back. Mickey's going awesome. That's what I like to hear. Sooty. What can I do for you? Can I do more food for you? Is that what you need to feel complete? Is that how you get your self-worth? By eating? By consuming? Is that what this is about? I think it might be. Dotty. Jacob's back. Yeah, I'll get the food. There's no doubt about it. What did I... Oh yeah, so... We're talking about resting dough, right? So this is what I did last night, or yesterday. I posted a similar photo, like my literal first attempt, on Discord, but this is my latest baguette, 2 of them. We'll have a look at the crumb. It's chilly! And now, the thing... This is why I reckon baking is so hard. Because it's like literally those moments where you didn't plan for it at all. So this cob, most of it's gone now, right? But like, so cob, this, once it cooled down, was like literally what you got from, in Australia we got like Baker's Delight, or, you know, like a Vietnamese bakery or whatever. I couldn't believe it. And the reason why I'm saying that it's so awesome is I didn't mean to do it. Like I wasn't even going to make one of these. I just had spare dough, and it was taking a bit of time, and it was quite cold yesterday. And then I just like, nah, I'll just form this into a round, and then we'll give it a go. And then I took it out, and I'm like, what the hell have I done? Yeah, genuinely. And the problem with that is I wasn't paying attention to what I did. So I can't replicate it. Really, really quite annoying. Went good with Nutella though, I'll tell you that much for free. Saute heat all the way down to low now. Let's clear this off. Yeah, croutons. Yeah, that's on the list. On the list of things to do. Yeah, so I don't know. There's so many variables. I think home baking, and again, I'm not a baker, but you know, it was like 20 degrees in here yesterday, where the week before it was like 26. Makes a big difference. You've been following me for longer than that, Jacob. Oh, okay. You need a strong password. Just one password for Twitch. One password for every account that you have. Don't reuse them. All right. I actually, like literally this morning, Jacob, I spent about an hour going through a lot of old accounts and resetting my passwords, because I'm as guilty as anyone else. But I've been each morning when I get up, I read the news, and then I just go and reset a couple of passwords to something completely new that Firefox generates, or I delete the account. So no judgment, but that's the situation you want to be in. One password for each service. Okay, that's looking good. Let's get our tin toms in. Rinse the tin with a bit of water. And quite quickly you start to realize how many websites have your details. And then you're like, oh man, it's a lot of sites. Okay, now we're going to bring this to a simmer. We're just going to do we're going to check in with Shelley briefly. We'll return, we'll carry on with the madness. Stay tuned. Every 3 months, got to draw. You know, and I've got to say, one like, I guess, accidental strategy you could say, is where you set a really complicated password and then forget it immediately. And so next time you have to log in, you have to create a new password. Annoying, but, oh, Jacob is cashing in the cooking coins. But it's a good way to keep your password moving. Yes, it's a drag, but hey, we don't have a choice. And the personal cost, right? So the personal cost of, you know, having your account hacked or whatever is less to you than the bigger picture, because most of the money, all really of the money that these things generate is for organized crime. Like actual, like big organized crime, right? So even though it's an annoyance, or your Facebook account sent a link to someone and that's stupid, and then they got a virus or whatever. That's annoying. It's not the end of the world, but cumulatively, what it means is that very, very big crime organizations get money, and that's what we don't want. Yeah, have I been pwned? Feel free to link it. What more? Can you do direct links? But yeah. And look, it happens to all of us. All right, so we're chopping up these capers. You know what? I'm actually going to keep them to one side. I wonder if I can set Wolfie if you're allowed to post like URLs. Can I do it? Well, we'll come back to that. Italian herb mix. That sounds right. And we're going to use everybody's favorite, the old Vegeta. Herb mix. There's a bit of salt in that, so we're just going to start that way. Grab a spoon. Just do an exploratory taste. Chili's, it's a fashion runway just off camera that you're all missing out on. Yeah, that's a good look. Chili's off on business. Executive business. Whatever that means.
While I order my Uber.
Snipped her.
Hello, people of the internet.
You smell good.
Thanks.
It smells executive. It
If
smells
only
like,
there was smell-o-vision.
you smell like an executive flower. I've got you a cup. Oh, I've got this one. Oh. There you go.
Thank you. That's the one that has jazz got me.
Oh yeah, there you go. Shelley, designed by Hasjazz.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. It's a good scent. It's like executive flowers mingling with tomato, garlic, and onion. I'm so conflicted.
But it's a bit more like I would say an almost androgynous kind of scent. That's what I like about it. Like it's not overly feminine, not overly masculine. It's teetering on the neutral side.
My scent is.
Man.
My scent is a hint of man.
A hint of man.
Smelling of Sam. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah, someone should bottle that. Baba. Salt. And if you're using Vegeta, adding salt along with it, even though there's salt in this as well. I'm just going to do a bit more there, or some in the first instance. The difference between sodium and monosodium, the flavors are different. So if you want to add depth of flavor, use salt and the stock powder. And so you'll see this sort of quite prominently in Chinese cooking, where you might have two different sorts of soy sauce, as well as salt, as well as MSG. The savory is different levels of, or different layers of savory, is what I'm trying to say. MSJ.
Flavor.
You know what? I'm going to put some. I bought some MSG the other day. I'm going to put some in. So you get, like I said, like I was saying, Yellow. You get it in. I mean, there's MSG in tomato.
I'll say that rosé isn't too bad.
Hang on. This is my first time drinking rosé. Our first time drinking rosé out of a cask. Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's dry, bittersweet tartness.
Everything's made from sugar, Wolfie. Oh yeah, that's a big ass. There you go. Yellow knows this one. Get it up, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely using some of that. Don't be afraid of it. There is still this idea that MSG is like bad for you or causes headaches or whatever. There was a good article on how the sort of anti-MSG idea was sort of potentially, certainly subconsciously and then potentially overtly racist. So, you know, in the 90s, in Australia anyway, and that's why you see this like no MSG added or whatever, because there was this period where they saw that MSG was an additive in Asian cooking here, and then somehow they got linked to, oh, this causes headaches or like health problems. And so all of a sudden they singled out Asian and Southeast Asian cookery as being like bad for you because of this additive, and now everyone has to say, oh, there's no MSG in it, despite the fact that, and you'll see that I haven't added it, there is MSG in this, right?
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, well, how stupid the tables are. It's just garbage. Just garbage. It is a big bag. Normally I'd buy smaller bags, but I was in a Cambodian like grocer the other day, and I was like, I'll just buy that. Shelley's going. Red alert. Shelley is leaving.
I'll be back soon.
I hope so. Good luck in your endeavours.
Thanks.
And say hello to whoever you're seeing.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Yeah, exactly, Wolfie. And the thing about it... Oh, that's the other example I was going to give you. Oh, they've taken it off. That's interesting. Canberra milk, not made in Canberra. I don't know about like overseas, but in Australia, you'll often now see there'll be another line. So, you know, pasteurized, homogenized, and it'll say permeate free at the bottom. This the packaging used to say this. And somehow, this idea that permeate, which is like a textural sort of component of the process of making milk, I don't know, somewhere, probably TikTok, somehow they got the idea that permeate was a bad thing. And so now, like a lot of milk bottles will have to say permeate free, and they actually have to add this other step where they filter it out, even though it's just a part of milk, right? And it just this sort of hysteria, I suppose. It's interesting that it doesn't actually say it. It used to say it. Maybe they've given up on it. Anyway, there's my food safety rant over for the evening. Zoidenberger, I missed that in the chat. Welcome in. Love the Chinese and sea eateries in the past don't have a lot of money to spend, so they use spoiled ingredients. And it would be the same. So in Indian cuisine, yellow, like part of, not entirely, but part of why you have such highly sort of spiced and flavored dishes is to mask ingredients that may have gone off. The other part is because they help preserve the meat in this case, or the vegetables. But yeah, to preserve. There you go. Zoid, he's the only sort of Indian guy that is qualified to talk about this. Good times. So, that's what I'm saying, yellow. And then but you get it in nature as well, like tomatoes. So you're eating MSG all the time. I'm not sure, Boomshine. So if in the mall, I think last time you can get it on eBay or wherever, but like in any Asian grocer they will have this. So in the mall next to Woolworths, on the left there's a place called Angkor Wat. So it's like a Cambodian sort of Thai. Obviously the name is Cambodian, but any Asian grocer will have it. What? I suppose not. Exactly. It's the capital that asks all the questions. Alright, let's give that a blast. The monosodium glutamate.